Hey everybody, it's your boy SergDragon, and with me always is Terrence, aka T-Money.
If you smell what the lion is cooking.
Yeah, buddy. Today we are going to cover 205 Live and NXT on July 23rd and 24th, since last week's Raw reunion was on the 22nd of July. So here we go. Today's theme. Actually, before that, we would have Drake Maverick accept the challenge of last week of Mike Kanellis to a SummerSlam match. Where I don't even know if it's a SummerSlam, to be honest. I think it might be on 205 Live, not SummerSlam. Because if Mike Kanellis defeats Drake Maverick, he will get a number one contendership to the Cruiserweight title. We'll see if that actually works, because I don't think Drake Maverick's gonna win. Unless the wives get involved, because then the wives get involved, and Maria Kanellis is gonna chew out her husband, and the other one is also gonna chew out her husband, but also be supportive. She has been supportive of late, but she's currently missing, courtesy of it, driving off with the limo of R-Truth, so we'll see.
We'll probably see her on
tonight. We didn't see him on SmackDown, R-Truth. But he was on SmackDown. You want to know how? I'm on Instagram now, ladies and gentlemen. I got to see if I can put it in descriptions down below for my Facebook, my Instagram, and my Tumblr. I don't know about Snapchat. I'll have to see. And I do have a Twitter, but it's more not safe for work quality, which means it's 18 and up. So the stuff I share on there is my adult favoritism. Not gonna lie. I love the artwork these people do of anime and such. In which case, let's see. On Instagram, that's what I was mentioning. On Instagram, I follow R-Truth to see where the hell is he at, because I want to know about the Cruiserweight title, as well as I follow Drake Maverick.
You said Cruiserweight title.
Cruiserweight. Because we are on the subject of 205 Live, so excuse me. The 24/7 title. In which case, he's wearing a title while disguising himself as a lamp, saying he fooled his bro, Kofi Kingston. And he's looking right at him right. It's a photo for the record. I sent it to our boy Xavier Hill, who I will mention in just a bit when we're talking between shows. So he'll go ahead. After that, now we have that match set up for when? I don't know. I think it might be at SummerSlam, but I could be wrong. So that said, we have a interesting theme for 205 Live. It would be 205 Live versus NXT. We have the Lucha House Party versus two former, or currently still, technically the contracted 205 Live, Humberto Carrillo, and his tag team partner from NXT would be Raul Mendoza. Did I say it right?
Raul Mendoza.
There you go. Raul. In which case, it will be surprised because Raul. I'll just call him Mendoza. Mendoza doesn't actually have a good win-loss record. He has a fleeting Raw losing record. Basically, he's like one of those stepping stones that's easy to step on in NXT to get your name out there. Or he's just out there to wrestle for free. Coming to NXT does make one hell of a change-up, especially teaming up with Humberto. Getting them the win, of course, in the match against the Lucha House Party. Hopefully, we get to see more of Mendoza.
Is it that hard to say? Raul?
For me, it is. I don't know why. Raul. See? I'd rather say Mendoza. I gotta practice on that. I'll do that later. Next, we have Oni Lorcan, who's also from time to time, besides 205 Live. He's also on NXT the next day. But we have him representing 205 Live when we have Tony Eisner representing NXT, Rising Star. In which case, Oni Lorcan makes quick work of him, Cesaro style, with clothesline and freaking neck breakers. Good Lord. This guy is a rising star. Finally, we have Drew Gulak making a comment saying that he is looking forward to be making 205 Live his playground to make himself a better 205 Live Cruiserweight champion. But instead, he has to look back at his past in his former days of NXT. Not only that, Isaiah Swerve Scott is one of his prodigies that he helped train when he first came to WWE Performance Center. In which case, he knows all too well how to deal with him. And Isaiah Swerve Scott took it. This was a freaking 20 to 40 minute match. I kid you not. Despite all that saying, Isaiah Swerve definitely gave Drew Gulak a run for his money, but at the end, instead of a submission move that he's been known for, he actually finished him with a finisher, which is that right there. Like a backbreaker position. Trying to wait for it to focus. There it goes. And he just slams him John Cena FU AA Attitude Adjustment style onto the mat. Ultimately getting him the win. And that would be the end of the night. Okay, go ahead and look up NXT on the 24th of July.
Yes, master.
Now, back to what I was saying before. A shout out to our boys Xavier Hill, Mike Henry, and Andre Mitchell. A link to all three of them YouTube pages will be in the descriptions down below as always. So, and a remaining shout out to our boys Renee, Pharaoh, Chris Petrie, and Delvin, the remaining members of the Heaven Monsters podcast. All right. Also, on another note, I forgot to mention this on our Raw and SmackDown review for the 22nd and 23rd. So, on Raw Reunion, there was a missed opportunity that I have to point out, and you do too. He doesn't agree with me on this, but still, with the concept of the Godfather making an appearance backstage, I was waiting for the Congo line with "No Way, Jose, No Way," featuring Congo and the whole train of Jose and Congo line featuring colorful characters with sexy women in that party Congo line. Missed opportunity by WWE. What the hell, man?
Because they don't what's to care about what's there now. They only care about the legends, bro.
I know, but that's still a missed opportunity. I mean, for Pete's sakes, Conga Line, whole train.
But no one wants to see the
What the hell?
People rather see the host dancing, not the Conga Line stuff.
Still a missed opportunity.
Like they only like seeing Godfather dancing with them. That's what he's known for.
Yeah, that's it. All right. We have the qualifying that started off with NXT with the semifinals of the NXT Breakout Tournament from the WWE Performance Center. Whoever wins gets a NXT contract. Ruled by the general manager of NXT, William Regal. About to say Willie.
Your favorite wrestler.
I ain't. He ain't my favorite. I'm not a British person.
But your dream is to have a spot of tea with him.
No.
You should have proper manners.
You do that. I'm not me. No. You seem to like him.
No, my thing is with hanging out with the APA.
All right. So here we go. We have Jordan Miles against Angel Garza. Angel Garza is actually a cousin of Humberto Carrero, or how you pronounce his name from
Humberto.
Huh?
You said Humberto?
From 205 Live, we just covered. His last name can be tricky for me from time to time. Humberto is his name. He actually the cousin of him, but sadly he ended up losing to Jordan Miles. In which case, he moves on to face whoever is in the next bracket. So next we have Johnny Gargano choosing the stipulation in one of the fights that will be in the 2 out of 3 falls match, judged by William Regal. So Johnny Gargano has chosen a street fight as his stipulation for TakeOver Toronto. We have a match with the Chinese NXT superstar women's division, Xia Li versus Bianca Belair. And Bianca Belair's losing streak continues to be null void because of the fact that now she's 2 for 2 after beating a very competitive superstar. Seeing as that she has been seen in NXT as well as the Mae Young tournaments. So Bianca Belair, good on ya. Your winning streak continues. Next, we have a review of Killian Dane welcoming Matt Riddles into his world. He explains himself as to why he attacked Matt Riddles. Why him?
Let's not forget, his wife is Nikki Cross.
Mm-hmm. He says why, because Matt Riddles is a somebody. He fought in UFC, which is a very, very hardcore sport. But his world that he came into and lived was harder. So he showed him exactly by laying him out underneath and breaking the stage underneath them was just a taste of what's to come, he says.
So he got beat by a big dude.
That was just a straight fight. It wasn't a sanctioned match. Next,
for him, it was like a punching bag.
We'll have to wait. Next, we have security footage of Mia Yim brutally beat down on Jessamine Duke, one of the 4 horsewomen, alongside the NXT women's champion, Shayna Baszler. And damn, does she do it. She beats the living hell out of her with the locker steel door or metal door and busts her arm bad. So now she's attacked 2 horsewomen in 2 weeks in a row.
And she put a dent in that locker.
Mm-hmm. Next, we have Velveteen Dream actually stating that Roderick Strong ain't big enough to ride on this ride known as Velveteen Dream. He's making a boy-on-boy reference, and everybody was loving it, going, woo! I'm like, yeah, no.
I'll be like,
right? But people love it. They love his character despite his queerness.
Well, some people like
He's straight, though!
I know,
but he's very, what do you call it?
You say he's straight as in straight?
Straight. But he acts very femininely. He acts very drag queenish. And he's very what would you call it? What would be the best word to describe him? Exotic. I think the word is exotic. I hate to say it.
That's like a sexy word.
That's what he is. He's sexy. His character is very sexy despite his awkwardness, where you would say he's queer. But he actually has a, I think, girlfriend or wife. So there you go. I would have to look that up. But as for the fact that Roderick Strong would state that he is going to beat him at Toronto TakeOver, a new face comes from NXT UK, former and second person to be NXT UK champion Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight, makes his return to NXT and states his claim. Roger Strong is absolutely furious, storms right straight to General Manager William Regal's office, and he talks to him about it and says, how is this fair? How I should be fighting him. And he does say that with the since his own former mentor and colleague, the general manager over there at NXT UK, which is somebody I don't know, but he's OG of the British style wrestling in UK. So I'll leave it at that. And he says that they believe that he is deserving of a title shot for the NXT title. So it will be Velveteen Dream versus Roderick Strong versus Pete Dunne in a triple threat match at NXT TakeOver Toronto. And Roderick Strong is looking at this, as well as the current NXT champion, Adam Cole, are both saying that this is a system that is trying to overlook and overthrow the Undisputed Era. Playing favoritism, as it says.
You know who lives in Toronto, right?
Who?
Trish Stratus and Edge and Chris.
So, in other words, NXT TakeOver Toronto is going to be the night before SummerSlam, as always.
Which Trish Stratus will be there.
Oh. During Io Shirai's match, she would then be attacked by her former best friend, now made enemy because of the new heel turn of Io Shirai, saying that she no needs friends. I don't need no friends, she says. Well, Candice LeRae didn't like being jumped despite her good intentions of aiding her at NXT TakeOver 25.
Yeah, you hear some people say that they ain't come here to make friends. They just came here to fight and win.
Well, she sure as hell barricaded her. Woo-hoo-hoo, she whooped her ass.
I ain't came here to make friends. I just came here to fight and win and become the best in the world.
Here we go. As I was saying about Adam Cole, this is the part where Adam Cole makes his claim to his choice given by William Regal for the 2 out of 3 falls match. In which case, Adam Cole's choice is a classic match in which he defeated Johnny Gargano. So I don't know which is going to be first, a classic match or a street fight. Because if there is a third match required, if both of them gets a 1 pinfall and be the tiebreaker for the third fall, William Regal is going to be making the stipulations for that match if needed. So if Adam Cole beats Johnny Gargano and defends his title in both the classic match and the street fight, or Johnny Gargano beats and obtains the NXT title by classic and street fight. If either of that does not happen, a third match will be required, and it's going to be iffy on what the hell William Regal chooses. Because we got a classic match, means rules accounted for, and street fights with no rules. So what the hell is going to come up next? I would say last man standing or something like that. That's my best guess. And I believe this is the last match. Yeah, buddy. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this match was top of the line. 2 big Goliaths in the ring, main eventing 205 Live. I'm not 205 Live. NXT for the first time ever. And they brought the house down. They didn't break the ring, but everybody was screaming their names back and forth because of the love of these 2 wrestlers. Despite them both being huge, tall, slim, big and wide, they moved like cruiserweights, high flying, jumping all over the place, throwing each other. Good Lord. This was 10 for 10 in my book, people. 10 for 10. Not even a hardcore match. Just a classic match. Rules applied. We saw 2 big men moving like fucking ninjas. Motherfucker.
Ain't no fight to do like that.
They did. It was funny. We had these men throwing their fucking legs in the air like it was nothing. Like, see my arm? That's how far the big fat man like you, like Keith Lee, was putting up his leg. And everybody was screaming out, whoa! And Damian Priest versus Keith Lee was 10 for 10 in my book. Because even Keith Lee saw that. Damian Priest saw that move, freaking leg, cartwheel, leg, roundhouse kick out of nowhere. He dodged and he's smiling. We'll be right back.
Hello?
Okay. In which case, between the two of them, their match would be almost everlasting. I kept zooming to see and then having to keep rewind just to see what the hell, because I was trying to finish watching it so I can watch something else after that. But still, I have to keep going back because of how freaking many things is going crazy up in there. They're flying outside the ring onto the ramp. They're flying outside to the other side. Good God. These guys are fucking nuts. But nonetheless, it would be Damian Priest who gets the win and ends the winning streak of Keith Lee. Oh, man. Damian Priest, a.k.a. formerly known as Punishment Martinez. Ooh. Oh, man. This is good. This is good. I have to say that was a good match. You have to check out that match, man. I'm not kidding.
Oh, I'm good. I'll take your word for it. Not a big fan of
You'll be a fan of that match.
So I'm not impressed by wrestlers. If they get to the Raw and SmackDown, I'll be impressed.
I foresee them coming to Raw and SmackDown very soon, if not next year.
Probably in 2 years.
You see Damian Priest and Keith Lee, I told you. If not, then hey, I want to see him with more opportunities than first time evers in NXT before they come to Raw and SmackDown. I'll say that much.
But you gotta make it big. You gotta go to Raw and SmackDown.
As I said. In which case, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our show. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button right freaking there. If you like the content, and hit that notification bell right freaking there. Hit that bell and hit it on all notifications, and I'll see you with him in the next video. Peace out, y'all.
Bye.